What are you thinking, Lane, for a cigar?
Oh, I have no idea. I have no idea.
A Dorado?
Casey, mind if I smoke something good? That's what I was smoking now.
Oh.
Help yourself, man.
Are you sure?
Yeah.
Are you just saying that because I'm a fucking curmudgeon?
No.
It doesn't mean
Are you gonna smoke a VSG?
No, it's too small.
What's the day socket?
Yeah, I was gonna pick one of those.
Yeah, my phone's still in the car. I just realized that.
Your phone?
Yeah, I
An
forgot it
uncommon
again.
valor?
What's that?
Unstolen.
Unstolen.
Uncommon valor.
That's it. I think that's probably trademark.
Uncommon valor?
Yeah.
What is uncommon?
I think it's a movie.
I think it might be a movie too. All right. The mics are open.
Yes.
Yes.
What's the show?
All right, one more time. You put you up here. If you're good. Put Casey up here. I think Casey's good. Put Will up here.
Is the camera on?
No, it's not plugged in.
It's not even plugged in.
It's right here. I didn't want to lay it across because it, you know,
Because it will.
and other people. Just
It's
in
always
case, you know.
Will.
Casey.
It's always Will.
Will is electrical equipment.
I didn't.
Kryptonite.
Will and his
Oh, that's
electrical
fine.
equipment.
Dude, I totally have
Oh
it.
no, brown cow.
How now?
But thanks for
the brown
for
cow.
that, Lane.
All right, show me Will.
So dark.
It is so dark over there.
Well, you turned that other TV off, and that was giving you light.
So,
I am going.
do you want me to switch chairs as well?
No, but I want you to
Yeah, see,
If we,
I get all the light from this.
throw it on Casey.
if we,
One.
what is that?
He
Is
got
that
it
one?
dark.
He
So
did.
Angle it
There.
a little bit over.
What about now on Will?
Oops.
Oh well.
Go to Will.
Yes.
That's still too dark.
Oh, is it? Okay. I turned that up, but
Can you
that doesn't-
turn up these, Casey?
That works.
Not those. The other
What,
one.
what about those for you guys?
It's gonna make it worse with Will's hat. There we go. Look at that.
Okay.
That's
Will,
funny.
take your hat off.
That one? That makes it worse?
With his hat does.
Oh.
Yeah, once he
like
takes his
that.
hat
That
off,
was
it
good.
works great.
Yeah, yeah.
Watch.
See?
Yeah, see, look. Horrible.
In fact, we'll just leave it like that. We'll just leave it like this.
Okay.
Okay.
No,
Figure that light out next time.
Won't touch
I'm
it.
getting a cigar. Will, do you need
won't
something?
touch it.
No, I'm good.
He is smoking a Padron.
I don't
Oh
want
yeah,
that
the
thing over.
3000s. Look at that, so
Ooh,
fancy.
fancy.
Ooh,
Jealous.
ooh.
Jealous. What? Ooh. Ooh.
You guys are literally doing that live right
No.
No.
now. Yes.
Yes.
No. Maybe we are. Maybe we aren't. Adrian.
If you must know, it's not on the recorded part. Now we're recording. Look
All
at that.
right.
Casey, look at you. You got your drink. You're all ready. Look at that.
I'm not.
No, you
ready.
look ready.
I fool many people by looking ready.
I'm always ready.
No, you're not.
Yes, I am. Look at this.
Where's your phone?
Technically, I'm ready without it because I don't have to deal with anybody texting me.
Oh, that's because you don't have any friends.
All my friends are in here.
There you go.
I don't know if any of you would claim me as a friend, but
I'd claim you on my taxes for money. What's
a
dirty?
little bit. Only a little bit.
Maybe I'll fight Apollo. Maybe I won't.
Ugh.
Ugh.
You never know. I could do it.
No, that was too Russian.
Too?
That was you were like,
More Drago?
yeah, that was more Drago. I will break you.
I will break you.
No, you can't be Drago.
I can't be. You're right. I'm not Russian enough for the Russians.
Lane, when you come back, take a look at this.
Oh no, you're good. I can see it clearly.
Okay, cool.
Up top?
Yep. Lean him forward,
Yeah,
Will.
he's here in focus.
Yeah, see, look at it. I can read it.
I don't know if I'm being focused. I'm just finding the right angle, like the right plane.
Yeah.
Right. Casey, what have you been up to? Just working?
Just work, man.
Being awesome?
Working. Having fun. Living the
Always.
dream.
I had a shrimp boil
It
today.
was some kooks for sure.
I believe it.
Yeah, it was definitely I call them the Groupon crowd.
For
Groupon.
this
So
past weekend.
the folks coming in and out of here were
Groupons?
interesting, except for the Turlock fire guys. Those were pretty cool.
Those guys are usually pretty cool.
Yeah, those guys were cool.
How you doing over there, Will? How have you been?
Good. Yeah, did a graveyard the other night.
How was it?
Those are always fun.
It was all right.
I love graveyard.
I ended up. I woke up at noon on Friday, and I couldn't go to sleep after even doing the shift until 10 o'clock last night.
Ooh,
Yeah,
that's rough.
it was a
Yeah.
30 some odd hour, 35, 36, 38.
You know, let's just do this.
More than that. No, I don't know.
Productive.
Doesn't matter.
Sounds productive.
Well, no.
Looks okay.
So I wasn't really productive.
Oh, you didn't use it to.
I didn't know. I didn't use it to be productive.
Oh, okay.
You didn't
Which,
catch them
you
on
know
sleep
what?
or anything?
I mean, I don't think I did.
Well, all right. That's fair.
I mean, for me to be productive, I got to be proactive.
Ah,
You know, I got to have some
Gotta be-
sort of an idea.
You mean you have to plan?
Man,
Yeah, yeah. I mean,
I don't think that word means what you think it means.
what, plan or proactive?
Proactive.
don't you hate that word too?
I despise it.
Oh, do you really?
Yes.
You keep using this word, but I do not think you know what it means.
I feel like my microphone's a little quiet. Is that just me?
No,
I can hear you. Your headphones might be.
The headphones might be quiet
Okay. That's
Yeah,
right.
both of you.
because you're sharing the signal.
Oh, fair.
Is it?
Yeah,
Yeah, and you're
Yeah.
probably just not picking up yourself.
I can hear you very well.
I can too.
Oh.
So, you don't like that word.
No.
Is it because of the definition of it?
It's a $2 word.
It's because it's basically redundant. It means active, active.
You
Yeah,
can't be
but-
active.
I mean, you can in the army, but probably not anywhere else.
True. I'm actively sitting there being proactive.
Yeah.
Active. Okay. So I got a plan. Is basically what you're telling me. Is
Yeah, so
instead of
there's an
using-
implication. I can barely hear myself. It's worse than for with you guys. So it implies planning, but it doesn't mean planning. Turn up the gain on my mic a little bit, would you?
I thought it was.
Is it the microphone or is it his? Or is it your ears?
I thought proactive was pre-planning.
No, it's not.
Oh.
That's what people think it means, but that's not what the word means.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Fair
Like
enough.
that's the meaning we've assigned it, but that's. Hold on, say something, Will.
What?
Say something.
Oh,
Okay,
is that what you needed?
it's still. We'll figure it out. It seems off, but
Now you're louder to me.
yeah, that just turned up the ears. That's not what I'm going for. I'm listening to the difference between everyone else in my ears and me.
We're all about the same.
Yeah, all the lines are the same.
Well, it just went up for me. How about you?
Well, yeah, but that's because he's screwing with the ears, which is what I
Right.
wanted.
But what you're looking at is
Turn the ears back down.
Okay, I turned the gain up.
Okay.
okay.
Yeah.
that-
Now I feel like
is
it's
that
better.
better?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, your mic's better.
I was coming in really flat, but turn the ears down because now everyone's a little too loud.
The ears of the knob.
There we go. Yeah, we'll do that.
There you
I
go.
love it. I mean, not that it isn't true. It's just, oh gosh.
Wait. Okay. So proactive means not pre-planning,
No.
Proactive just means active.
Active.
but active.
It implies like we have a sociological understanding that what people really mean is planning in advance.
Yeah. Okay.
Or like some sort of advanced action with purpose. But all it really means is active. It means for action, affirmative action. That's what it means.
Oh.
Well, so I need to do more planning.
You need a plan.
Well, I need a plan.
Do you need to do any planning? Do you need to do more? Is it also more planning, but do you really just need to do any planning at all?
I need to make a plan, period.
Yeah, like
I don't have one.
Like most days, are you devoid of a plan?
Absolutely.
So any plan would be effective.
Exactly.
Okay.
Or even the list. I mean, even
But the list requires you to actually do.
Well,
the
a list would be planning.
right.
Yeah,
exactly.
Yeah.
I mean, I need to plan. And it's like, I need to think about what it is I need to do so I can plan to do it. Does that schedule it, so to speak?
You need to plan the plan.
All of a sudden, this turned into Spaceballs.
Did it?
Yes.
When will then become?
Prepare to fast forward. Preparing to fast forward. Fast forward. Fast forwarding, sir.
Anyway, I mean, so getting stuff done.
wonder-
Just need to get stuff. I mean, it's like when I come in here, right? When I come in here and open the shop for you guys, I know that I need to check the humidor. That's one thing. I know I need to look at all the ashtrays and make sure all the ashtrays are clean. I need to hit the glasses, check the glasses out, make sure that they're all clean. If not, is there space?
So what Will's saying is that when you're out of the shop, your executable files are bad.
Yes.
Don't make him try to download that, process it. It's going to take a while. Insert the dial-up
Oh my
noise right
God.
now.
Oh, jeez. Yes, Mike, I have a corrupted drive.
Buffering.
Hey, if anyone's watching this or watches this later and feels like commenting on how they feel about this setup, feel free, because we're trying something new out.
Yeah. Yes.
So what I want to do, I've only discussed this with Casey. What I want to do is figure out a way to clean this up over here, which they can't see, and clean that up over there, which they can't see. Find a way to put the table where it's accessible, put a little hospitality station on there, some free cigars, a little bit of whiskey, probably the whiskey that we're drinking, so that people can come in, we can invite them in, they can hang out, they have some ownership in it, they feel like they're a part of it. You know, they get to smoke on us.
So now we can get an audience going.
Yeah,
to
so we have sort of a live audience in here.
Nice.
And they can, if they're interesting or, particularly fun to listen to, we can put them on.
So you're just hoping for the bomb China chick to show up.
Or
Yes.
Pat.
Or Pat.
Yeah.
Pat can come in.
Yeah.
We need to share this with Pat. I don't even know that he knows we do it.
He likes the videos when I share them.
Does he?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's out there.
Because Pat is eminently interesting.
Yes.
Yes. No matter what he does, he
Oh,
always
it's
has interesting things.
That was
Very-
unanimous.
very true.
That
Yes.
was
Very
totally
true.
unanimous.
I don't know how it could not be. The problem is we'll never get him on. But he could sit in here.
Oh,
And,
you don't think he would do this?
No, even his social media. He doesn't have pictures of himself.
I mean, if we just do audio, he might.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Yeah.
we just give him a microphone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
just let him talk in the background.
Yeah.
We should
Or maybe we'll have to disguise his voice.
I wonder.
ask
We
him.
could do that.
We should definitely reach out and ask him.
We have the technology disguise voice.
He would like the demon voice for sure.
I'd have to take off the ears. I couldn't do it. You know what we don't have on camera, though, which is a problem, is our new leaderboards.
Shit, I can fix that right
We
now.
overlooked that, it turns
Yes.
out.
Yes.
We can fix that right now.
We do have the Wonderful Life almost lighter.
The It's a Wonderful Life adjacent lighter.
Yes, that one.
Why
Yeah.
do you say Jason?
'Cause it's not quite accurate.
Well, so
shiny?
No,
No, the
it's
style.
in It's a Wonderful Life,
Yes.
which is the first science fiction movie. Anyway, when he goes to the pharmacy, there's a scene where he runs to the pharmacy, and in the pharmacy, you see him go to the lighter, and he's supposed to make a wish. And that lighter is a device
I
that
don't know where to put it.
slides down, and it just creates a flame, but it's like a slide down lighter, basically.
Oh.
That one is a pull tab in the same style, but it's not exactly the same.
So the pull down, is that a shot from straight on?
You-
Or is it from an angle?
Wow. Yes.
Because if it was a straight on, it might just look like it's
No, it's from the side. It's as if you're a patron in the pharmacy that he walks into.
Okay.
Like if you were standing at the counter, the camera is looking kind of at an angle, and you just watch him push down on it.
Got it.
That's not really in frame. It's okay.
Yeah, and it's blurred out by the light, so.
Yep.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out for next time.
We'll figure out where to put it next time. The whole idea was Casey to be sitting at the desk, and then we got rid of the desk.
Yeah.
How do you like this?
bet.
How do you like the booth, Casey?
The booth is comfy.
Yeah?
I like the booth.
You think you want to stay there?
I'll stay in the booth.
Okay.
If you like sitting over there.
I mean, we can swap. I don't care. We can, just randomly pick spots.
Yeah.
What?
We could just.
You want to put Casey in the corner?
I think if we move the
He
lighter,
was looking for a movie quote there, and I'm not willing to do it.
yeah. If we move
I
the
was
lighter and
looking-
angle it more, we could put
I
this
know
over
you were,
there.
and it's not an acceptable
You know
movie quote.
what? That
It's
that
cliche.
kind of cheap comedy is reserved
For me, I'm
for,
cheap.
for me and Kevin. You don't get to make those cheesy.
Oh,
jokes.
is that right? Yeah.
right.
Well, moving right along.
So
Oh.
what?
To moving stuff, furniture. We're gonna
Yes.
start a furniture.
Anyway, what do
movie.
you guys think? Live audience. We give them some cigars. We give them some whiskey. They hang out.
I think that'd be pretty cool. Then we can angle that camera a little bit more and have a more of a shot.
Yeah, that's so. This camera, I want it to be a wider from the corner and a wider lens.
Yes.
Okay.
Like it was the right idea that I wanted. Like leading in, eventually we get some music. People can, sort of see behind the scenes for a little bit while we're setting up.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
Yeah.
like
That
you
makes
left
sense.
it plugged in, so you can actually use it still.
Yeah, it's still turned on.
So,
and I left it
would
plugged
we
It
in.
be-
will go to sleep at some point if you don't hit it every once in a while. That
Yeah.
camera just has that function.
I was just showing them this
So-
is the new beginning for our
Yeah.
our opening now. So the first 15 minutes.
But I
you'll
want it to
able
be
see
wider
Saturn.
so it can see
The whole
most of the room. I
Yes.
want all of fisheye. I want one of the security camera fisheyes on there.
Okay, I'll have to see if I can't find a fisheye.
Well, I think the one in the humidor is super wide.
I think so.
We just use that
Yeah.
one. Just take it out.
We could.
I mean, we have two in there.
Have you met the director of security?
I haven't yet.
yes.
He has.
You have.
He
Yes.
apparently knows who I am.
Ooh.
Is that okay?
Yeah, it's fine. I just did my letter make it to anyone that matters?
I have no idea.
Well-
That's the thing. It was given to Paul, but you know how that turns out.
I mean, do we have to give it to Monica?
I mean, we can, or I could just send
I'll
it
give
in.
I'll give it to Tim.
Oh, the director,
Yeah.
the new director.
Oh yeah.
Oh, he's all gung ho about it. So
Oh yeah, yeah.
Yeah, he's excited to be here, which is cool.
I'm glad that someone finally is.
There's not many people.
he's been doing the smart job thing.
Smart job.
Yeah. So after he retired from
From law
being
enforcement.
law enforcement, he was like, "Oh, I'm kind of bored now." So he just started finding jobs that in places he wanted to go. And was just like, "I'll just do this job." So he's been just doing like security. He was in Hawaii and like the Virgin Islands. It's like, tough life living
yeah.
that second job there.
That's awesome. I think they're moving. I think when I talked to him, he said he was going to be moving to South Lake.
Yeah, he's looking for supposed
From
to-
where? Where's he live
house
now?
shopping.
Above Napa. What do you remember? It's a little town up there.
No, it's north of Napa though.
Yeah, north
Okay.
of Napa.
Tough
yeah,
place to
he's-
live.
Yeah,
Yeah,
exactly.
oh, it's about 30 minutes away. He said
Hey,
Napa?
from Napa because he would go down to
Calistoga.
That might be it.
Yep. What's some other ones up there?
Well, St. Helena's too close.
Right.
Calistoga's almost 30 minutes from Napa. What's beyond Calistoga? I don't know.
Well, he would go down to the cigar shop there.
Oh, which one?
I didn't.
Well,
Didn't ask. Got it.
Listen.
In Napa. He went to the Napa cigar shop.
there's two in Napa,
I think he went to the fun one.
and they're both called Napa cigars. I actually like them
Are
both
they
a lot.
really?
I thought the
Well, one is called Napa Cigars, and one is called Napa Valley Wine and Cigars.
Okay.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
that's true.
They're both, literally, I can recommend both of them. They're both fantastic.
Yes.
But you don't like wine with cigars.
I don't, but listen, if
Doesn't
people want to
matter.
do it, they can do it.
Does it really matter? I mean, you won't do it.
I think it ruins the wine.
They serve. So, do they serve some type of hard alcohol like aperitifs?
Napa Cigars does.
Yeah.
They have bourbon and scotch, and
Oh,
they've got a full bar
They
set
got the
up.
full bar.
Yeah.
Okay.
Christian says hi.
Oh, hey,
Christian.
Christian, what's
Hey.
going on? How's Tejas?
Tejas.
Yeah, Tejas.
He's in
Texas.
Dallas, right? Or he was.
No, Austin.
No, but I think he was in Dallas last week.
Yeah, last week
Oh,
he was in
last week.
Dallas
Oh, okay.
when he messaged us.
Yeah.
My dad's going to be in Oklahoma in 4 or 5 days.
We're gonna stop in Pinky's.
That's right.
He's
Did
going
he-
to stop at Picky's and see if they have some barrel picks for us, so we can go back to Barrel Wars.
We gotta see
Well,
if
he's
there's any
leaving-
more on the way.
He's leaving tomorrow, right?
No, Tuesday.
Oh, Tuesday. Okay.
Yeah,
Did
Tuesday.
a Calumet tasting 8, 10, 14, 16, and small batch.
Oh, what did you think? I have never tried the Calumet. I've heard really good things and really bad things, and sometimes it's random years, like, the 15 will be terrible and the 16 will be amazing, or vice versa. I don't remember. So I'm always a little hesitant because they're pricey, and I never know which one's good and which one's not.
Is this bourbon, yeah?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think they have a lot of Barton stock. They source a bunch. They might source everything. I'm sure they have some MGP stock because everyone does, but I think they have a lot of Barton stock too.
Oh, interesting.
Hey, guys, what are you smoking?
I am smoking a Perdomo barrel-aged Connecticut.
And I have chosen the Shady Moose.
Oh, the Shady Moose.
Shady Moose.
Oh,
So
yeah.
shady. I figured a nice mild cigar before our full-bodied would probably help.
We're live in Dallas, Fort Worth. Oh, yeah. Coast to coast.
I am smoking, so I have a celebratory cigar
Oh, do you?
because today was the last day of the ski season on our mountain.
Congratulations. Yes, it was.
So now I get my life back for a little bit.
For kind of, sort of.
I'm smoking a Nakatamale, a Western Saka Nakatamale.
Nice.
Really, you get your life back tomorrow when you get your golf clubs.
That is true.
Yes, facts.
Yeah, let's be fair. Yeah.
How long do you think it'll take me to get out and hit them?
A day.
Literally,
next day.
how long it takes you to get to the closest range from the pickup spot.
If I have the time, that is the answer.
Yes.
Conveniently, the water range is open way later than any of the regular driving ranges. If you
yeah.
really wanted to
I
go,
thought they
you
were
could
tearing
just go GSR.
Are they tearing that out?
I thought they were tearing that out. If I
I
remember
thought it's
right.
still there, though.
Yeah, but not yet.
Yeah,
Not
it's
yet,
still
probably
there.
not yet. Yeah.
Well, they're not tearing it out. They're putting it in a Top Golf.
Oh, really?
Yes.
So they're going to fill in. Can they fill in that reservoir?
No, they're going to leave. I think they're going to leave it. They're going to put the scoring on the islands and leave the water.
Oh, that's going to be
Ooh,
that'd be
sick.
awesome.
nice.
So it's going to be a water Top Golf.
Yeah. Which
Maybe
is-
the first one.
Yeah, I was just going to say.
I don't know. I feel like islands in Orange County would be a great Top Golf too.
The
Yeah.
only one that could hit those are you.
Christian said he liked the 14 in the small batch.
Okay.
And he likes a vintage port with a cigar. I actually had a really good port at
I
Al's
do like
house.
port with cigars. It's a wine I'll drink with cigars.
Yeah, Al opened up a really nice port at his place, and that was fantastic.
Oh, how was the birthday party?
Vallejo?
For the guys that, I mean, if you go back far, if you've been watching this long enough, you will have seen James on here.
Yes.
But then he bailed on his birthday weekend.
Episode 21, by the way.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, he was beat on his birthday.
Yes. He has promised to make it up, though.
He says that, but I don't know.
No, I'm holding to it.
You're gonna hold him to it?
I know where he lives. I can just go to his house and drag him up here if I really wanted to. He's like 5 minutes from Al's house. It's really not. But Al lives on a golf course. It was very nice.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it was like Hidden Hills or something.
Okay, yeah.
I think Lane wants to do that one day.
Straight on Vallejo,
I really don't want to live on a golf course.
Really?
I want to live on water.
Okay.
like
A lake.
Like a boathouse?
No. Like next to water.
Oh, water
Got
on
it.
a beach.
water adjacent.
Yes.
Water adjacent. Got it.
Like the
Or like
the shore
Roadhouse?
of Lake Tahoe. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Like the shore of Lake Tahoe is obviously the dream. However, that property is incredibly expensive.
Oh,
Yes.
you're not talking about the Yoda
No,
Property.
I got to be honest, Lane.
or the Glenwood property.
The Yoda property is nice.
I picture you in Monaco.
Really?
Yeah, that seems like your kind of town.
Right? I can see that.
And then conveniently, selfishly, I'll come visit you once a year.
Yeah,
Maybe-
I know
maybe
when
twice.
too. For the most exciting qualifying and the most boring race of the F1 calendar.
What?
Yes.
Don't talk
Monaco?
about Miami like that. How dare you slander the good name of Silverstone? What's wrong with you?
Is Miami next?
No, China's next.
Oh, China.
It is China next week.
Okay.
And
Didn't we
then-
almost kill someone last time we were in China?
Probably.
No,
No?
But not us. Not America.
not. I mean, he crashed, but he was fine. It was
Well,
okay.
listen. Fair chance if Logan Surge is racing,
There's big chance.
How dare
he
you?
might take someone out.
How dare
or
you
two
slander
or three
his
people.
name?
How could you not at this point?
Because he's
And it's not slander.
he's our man in F1.
It's not slander.
They're facts.
It
but
is impossible to defame Logan Sargent when it comes to F1 driving because I cannot reach the depths of his ineptitude with any words.
That's fair.
I mean, except to say he is slightly better than Nikita Mazepin.
Ooh, that's a small bar. Apparently, Carlos Sainz is going to Mercedes, though.
I saw that.
And I think Logan Sargent's out after Silverstone, and they're going to put in Ollie, that Mercedes kids they all talking about as the next Max Verstappen.
When is the one dude going to get his chair?
Who, Liam?
Yeah.
After they kick out Yuki or Danny.
Christian says, how about water next to the coastal golf course?
Pebble Beach, maybe.
I mean, yeah, listen, I'm not going to complain about living on 17 Mile Drive, but I also don't have, $78 million.
Yet.
Yet.
Yeah.
It's always the word. Yet.
Yet.
Let's qualify.
So I don't know. Do we want to just joke around and make fun of each other? You guys want to talk about something serious?
What was that? You wanted to talk about that privacy thing.
No. Okay, so this is going to get us in trouble, though.
Yes.
Because I was
Oh.
thinking about this is my problem. The juxtaposition, right?
Right.
Is that because I was listening to a podcast about so Roe versus Wade was a privacy decision.
Okay.
Effectively.
Right.
It could have gone a different way, but it didn't. They decided it on the 14th Amendment issues. It was a privacy decision.
Right.
And my question was, why is privacy, when you're talking about something like Roe v. Wade, and I understand why, like, entry into a house, like why there are warrant provisions for entry into a house, like how that exists. But it's almost sacrosanct in that context. And this came up after the car thing, but why do we just not care as a society when corporations are stealing every piece of data they can and then selling them off to other corporations who can charge us more based on that data?
I get
Like,
it.
why is one thing so private and we protect it so drastically, and the other thing we're like, whatever?
I got another thing. My dad just got his insurance canceled because they're using satellite cameras to look at his property and says there's debris. So he's kind of losing his privacy there because they just called him up and said, "Hey, you need to get the debris out."
Yeah, I mean,
We're
listen,
canceling you.
So there's a general rule, right? Like things held open to the public. There's no expectation of privacy in things held open to the public. But if you have a fence on your property and the only place you're holding something open to the public to is straight up, is satellite technology really, like, is that really being held open to the public? Or if you've got a camera looking down from umpteen miles in the air, is that kind of an invasion of privacy?
I feel like it would
This is
be,
my problem.
Isn't it?
because at this point, like, the insurance company used it to cancel his insurance. He's like, "What if
Christian-
I clean it up?" He said, "No."
If I can get to the Austin GP, I will let you know, because I would love to go.
Austin.
So he did have a conversation with them before about the debris.
Yeah, because they called him to tell him that his policy was canceled. After they're like, "Yeah, you have some debris in your yard." He's like, "How do you see that?" "Oh, we're looking at the new Google Images." So they're using the satellite up there to see
Yeah,
any
to-
debris,
yeah.
and there's no debris. It's just the farm area that we use to do farming.
Yeah, so we're gonna have to put domes over our homes now to be private. That seems kind of fucking ridiculous. if I'm being honest.
I don't
Insurance
like that.
company
I mean,
has
I
a-
don't like the idea of looking down from.
And
Google.
listen,
Yeah.
corporations are gonna take whatever data they can get to justify charging you more.
Right.
Period.
Yes.
Just period. So what are we doing? And why do we care about one thing so much and not about the other at all? And at what point do they cross? Like, this is crossing. Like,
This is
this is
definitely
entry
crossing.
into a house, more or less.
Yeah, right.
I mean, he's got a fence around his property. I've seen it.
Well,
Yes.
it's
You guys have
trespassing,
been there.
isn't it? Because it's not inside the house, but it's trespassing.
Is it trespassing?
what?
Usually, trespass
Isn't it-
requires a physical
Yeah,
breach.
that's
Yeah,
it.
that's why
Yeah,
people can
typically
film.
under the law.
So
That's
people can actually film you doing stuff around here. They can't come onto the property and film, but if they're off property and just facing, they can film it, and they're allowed to do that because they're not on property. But they still have to ask to use somebody's face and all that most of the time.
Oh, there's a Christian put a response for you.
Oh, that's a big one too.
But I mean, this is surveillance, right? This
Yeah.
is technically domestic surveillance.
Yes.
Yet, so Christian brings up a good point, right? Because one is the beginning and end of life, and I get that. But far more people are going to be affected by, far more people are going to be affected by invasion into, like, the data that we, driving our cars or what we're doing inside our fenced yard. If that data becomes public and can be sold to affect our lives financially, they're going to be affected by abortion laws. Like, they just are, right?
Shit.
Like, one affects literally everyone. And I'm not saying that abortion laws don't matter.
Right.
It's a serious issue.
Yeah.
Yes.
However, percentage-wise, one is going to affect everybody.
Right. And this is the conversation about, like, Google, right? Keeping your information, tracking your data, and
Or
then
like
just selling it
cars.
off.
And it's not even, like, people aren't even properly waiving or giving consent. Like, salesmen are being incentivized to walk people through the process and just click the agree button when then people aren't looking, basically, so that cars can track their data and then sell it to LexisNexis for money, and then LexisNexis turns around and sells it to insurance companies for money.
That definitely doesn't seem right.
It doesn't to me either.
Yeah,
Well, but the problem too is that no one's talking about it.
right.
Well, they are now, but I think it's going to disappear.
Yeah.
In the end, they're just not going to care,
These are
which
the
bothers me a lot.
These are the things that come up during election years, right?
Yeah.
These conversations,
At least
they
it
just
should.
they pop up, and then all of a sudden they disappear again.
Yeah.
It's kind of what's happened to Ukraine.
Well, it's what's interesting. So the Fallout TV show came out,
Yes,
and it's fantastic.
you like it.
What's it on?
It's because
Amazon.
it's like done by the guys who made the game. Like Todd Howard is the executive producer. He has
That's right.
insight into connecting it. So everything in this TV show is canonical. Like it's covering things that we haven't learned before. It playing like there's 5 video games now
Yeah.
that have played through this wasteland in the future, and basically it's like if the 1960s never ended, but we developed cold fusion and robotics and laser weapons and stuff. So it adds an element of futurism. But right now, they're learning and telling us about the company that's known as Vault Tech. And Vault Tech is at one point was the largest corporation in America.
Right.
And it's interesting to watch, like some of the pieces are before the bombs fell, some are after.
Right.
And as you learn more about Vault-Tec, which the players have learned through reading messages and stuff like that. But they're talking in the TV show about the elements of like, oh, well, you can't just sell the end of the world and then not expect it to show up. Like, if negotiations make it so that we're not going to nuke each other, then Vault-Tec's out of all this money. And so all these Vault-Tec employees now are starting to like talk about when it's coming, not if. And you notice the subtle changes. You're like, oh, I see what's going on here.
Yeah, I mean,
But their corporation in that one was so strong. Like it was just ridiculous. It was just buying everything.
you're talking about the round table in Fallout when the 6 people are in that round table discussing when, not if, but
Yeah.
yeah. When.
That's literally the question with most of it. So it's always when, not if. Especially when it comes to nuclear warfare, it's gonna happen at some point. It's just when.
Gotta hope not. I really do. I really hope not.
Well, yeah, we all hope not, but it's one of those things.
Just put that anywhere.
Hey, mine's doing well. You can actually see it somewhere.
Oh, I like that.
right? Hey, this is our
So,
scores, guys.
so how did you tie Fallout to the privacy issue?
Because it's, I mean, in
Corporate power.
media plays sort of mirror to what's going on, right?
Okay.
And so right now, like, we're giving data to corporations.
Right.
Like Google knows more about you than probably anybody in your life, which is
Oh.
a really scary thing.
They know more about you than you do.
Like Lane's car knows exactly where he drives before he turned it off,
Yep.
right?
Well, it still knows. They just can't sell it now.
Yeah.
Or they shouldn't. Who knows if they are or not.
Yeah, like who's to stop them from selling that information to the government
Yeah.
and not telling anybody?
Or who's to say the government can't just go in and take it if they need it for something?
Well, and the insurance company cancels your policy because they can use a keyhole satellite and spy on you.
Yeah.
Like, I thought we're not supposed to do that. Like, we're not supposed to spy on ourselves, right? Isn't that why the CIA doesn't operate in the United States of America?
Is that right? Is that why?
Well, I last I checked, they weren't supposed to do that.
No,
yeah,
no,
but I
no,
feel like
know they
that's
weren't.
stretched.
Yeah, it's a gray area, right? There's just another 3-letter department that does it for them.
Yeah.
I mean, it's-
Well, now I mean, with the FISA warrants and the FISA courts, which they just re-upped apparently, or they're about to, which
Yeah, they
annoys
voted
me.
on that, I
Yeah,
believe.
yeah. So now it's like they can operate like they're sharing information, and the line between the FBI and the CIA is a little bit blurred. So what if they have someone who's a foreign terrorist subject but inside the country? Well, now they're spying inside the country on this foreign terrorist and everybody else that he's around,
Yeah.
citizen or not.
right.
Yeah.
So that
I mean,
do you make the FBI do it, or do you just?
it's not a big step for them to surveil Americans. I mean, they're putting it
Well,
under
they're-
the
I mean,
guise
by
of a
all
foreign
accounts, they're-
terrorist.
They're already
So,
By
doing
all
it.
accounts, they're doing it on every level already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's just us finding out what level at this point.
I
Right.
always find it interesting when I hear like FBI agents are in different countries. I'm like, doesn't their jurisdiction end
I thought, yeah, I
at,
didn't
at the
think
border?
they were
Like,
supposed
how,
to be.
how are they operating in other places? I don't understand that.
Well, I guess their laws don't allow them to keep them from operating. I mean,
Dude, Christian put in a pool, and they did the same thing. They raised his rates.
What?
Yeah.
He didn't tell him, and they raised his rates. They saw it on Google Maps or did a flyover something.
Yeah, they
Bro,
found it.
that's-
they've been doing that now. They
Yeah.
use the Google Maps to see what you're doing, and it's more actively updated now because of that.
that's definitely not right.
So what you need to do is go
So-
to your local Army surplus store and purchase a camouflage pop-up tent.
Right.
The same ones we use to hide military camps. Just put it over your property line.
I'm sure I could get a big enough one.
The big old mesh coverall just looks like foliage.
So I feel like we're getting back to the same thing when I talk about voting for the president of the United States. How lazy are Americans? I mean, are we going to do anything about it? Are we going to call our congressman? Are we going to?
I don't think it's lazy. I think it's partially lazy. But I don't think that's the question we should be asking. I think the question we should be asking is how hopeless are Americans that they can affect change?
But right now, it seems like it's pretty low.
Right?
Yeah.
I mean, with the voting numbers of people who show up to actually use their voice is like
Low.
comically low.
Well, yeah, what is it? 300,000.
And what do they really think they can affect? Like, what do you think you're getting when you change the president?
At this
Just
point,
another
You're
guy.
not getting
Yeah.
better corporate law.
It really is just like
You're not getting
It's
a
the
better
headline stuff.
representative
It's
either.
abortion. It's like DEI stuff. It's some different sort of tax breaks depending on where you're at in life and who's in charge. But we're not getting real governance difference.
I think.
So help me out
I
here.
think Christian's out. He said bye.
no,
Oh.
he's changed the word. They
Oh.
annexed it by his house,
Oh, he
by
didn't put the-
policy, not his policy or whatever.
Okay, got it.
Oh.
So help me out here. DEI.
Diversity, equity, and inclusion.
Ah. Diversity, equity, oh, okay.
Okay, so that's
gotcha.
part of what one of the talking points. Or one
Yeah,
of the,
what you would have
the
called
clickbaits.
what you would have called 15 years ago affirmative action.
Right.
But I mean, you're right. It's like we're voting for a new driver in NASCAR.
Yeah, but how much does the car change?
The car doesn't change; it's the driver, right? Sponsorship stays the same. It's just the face that drives the car.
But we're not voting for like Verstappen or Hamilton. We're voting for the middle of the pack.
The Logan Sargents.
Right now, we're in the back of the pack.
The Logan Sargents.
Yeah.
The Alpine drivers.
I just don't know. These are my questions.
So I mean, I think the card does change. It's just very gradual when it comes to the nation. Is that the corollary that you're
the only time
you
I
were
could
drawing?
think the only time I think that the card changes is when we're actually actively in war. Other than that, the card doesn't really change all that
Well, it
much.
did with technology.
I mean, that might be happening soon anyway. So
Yeah.
This is true.
I mean, did I use corollary?
I know you can't say it.
Now I can't say it exactly.
Cor-
Corollary incorrectly.
I don't know. I wasn't.
You gave me a look like.
No, I was
I
just
thought
going
you
back
gave-
and forth between you and Kevin.
No, I thought
and
you
you're on
gave me-
opposite sides of the room.
I thought.
Yeah,
you
we're
gave
giving
me,
him
I
whiplash.
thought you gave me a look like. No, that's not the right word.
No, that wasn't the intent.
Or analogy.
I mean, I don't know how much voting for president changes the country.
Oh, no, but the
I
country.
think there are
but the
things that-
country does change, and he's the driver.
Yeah, but I don't think
I don't
it's
think
because
he
of
is
him.
the driver.
No.
Okay.
The country doesn't change. The people who think they are in charge change.
I think that's the biggest problem the media had with Trump is that Trump was trying to be the driver.
Oh.
Okay. Well, he created a lot of chaos.
I don't think that's it. I
You
think
don't
he
think
was
that's
trying
it?
to take control of the direction of the country. Listen, I'm not a Trump guy,
Yeah, no, I get
but
that.
he was clearly trying to take control of the direction of the country. And I think the media and Congress combined felt like they were losing authority and power and made a play.
Interesting.
Yeah.
I mean,
No, you're not wrong.
find fault in that.
I,
Now, also, he's incredibly offensive at almost every turn.
yeah.
Yes.
But
He's the one sending you into the wall.
yeah,
And I mean, he's not as successful as people make him out to be.
I mean, look, I think Trump is probably Logan Sargent. I think Biden is, take your pick, either one of the Alpine drivers.
That's fair. You're right. We're definitely not voting for the Max Verstappens of the world. That's,
Yeah.
yeah.
We're not even voting for the has-beens at this point. We're voting for the guys that are left over who didn't offend so many people that they can still get money.
Or are we really talking about
There
the
you
guys?
go.
They're in F3.
Nah, what is that?
No, they're not F3.
No.
Yeah, Christian, I think that's right.
Yeah. Monetary policy in the
Changing the Fed chair.
Fed chair.
Yeah.
Everybody's doing something.
But we got boring. Everyone left.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
Well, and that's but that's a problem. Like people don't want to listen about it.
Yeah, because as soon
Right?
as you start
Like,
talking, they get bored.
because that's the mindset, right? Isn't it? Like the mindset is like, oh, well, I can't change anything. Why do I even want to listen? Like I think that's why people don't research anything anymore. It's a scary thought. Like a very scary thought. Like I bumped into someone who didn't know what a humidor was, and they were in a cigar shop yesterday,
Oh, that's fun.
and I was like, it's a box that holds humidity.
Yeah.
We call it a humidor.
It
They were
keeps
like,
your
that's a
cigars?
thing, and I was like,
It's right next to you.
yes.
Is that
That is the walk-in version of a smaller box that could also be there.
That is.
you asked Lane or any one of us for a humidor?
No, Lane asked.
I
for
did.
it.
Oh, you did.
For the hospitality setup that I want to do for people to come in when we're shooting.
Yeah.
Okay.
I want people to have some ownership over this that come through.
Right.
Yeah, especially like if the regulars are in town.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Especially
for
if the regulars are in town.
Yeah.
I think
But I
they
mean,
would.
for anybody, really.
No, and I think that's a good idea. I think I'm, especially now, it'll be perfect time to try it.
Yeah, and we've got a couple 6 weeks to figure it out while it's quiet in the shop, and then summer's here, and we give the people that are coming on Sundays a whole new experience.
I like it. Yeah, and then you just sit there, and if they have a chair already, then just hey, hold your chair. Just enjoy it if you want to stay.
Yeah, we just have to make it we have to figure out a way to clear those chairs and clear those 3 chairs over there.
Huh.
Put all the equipment in the back, except for what we're shooting on.
When you say clear those chairs, are you talking about during live podcast for that?
What power does the Fed chair have?
They change the way that money is bought and sold in reserve, so they can alter the trajectory of interest rates for banks, which alters the trajectory of interest rates for everyone.
And also the trajectory of inflation.
Yes.
Because they are the ones that are responsible for increasing the prime rate. No, not prime rate. Treasury bill rates.
Well, they've got a bunch of things that they can control.
A bunch of different
They-
interest rates for different
Yeah,
purposes.
well, they've got 3 different levels of interest rate. But what they do, they don't even really change the interest rates. What they do is they hold on to money or release money so that the interest rate changes, I believe.
Interesting.
And they do change interest rates, but they do that the way that what they're doing is changing the cost of money.
Right. Yeah. That's
By
exactly what they're doing.
so are they like trading currency?
Sort of. They buy and release currency. So they have a massive amount of our currency, and they either hold on to more of it or release more of it to try and achieve certain things.
Okay.
And then once it's released, they adjust the demand for it. And that's what the interest rate does. It adjusts the demand.
Yeah,
for
so
money.
they increase demand, thereby increasing interest rates by decreasing the amount of money that's available for credit, effectively.
So that is a pretty powerful position.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, and it's a far more complex process than people assign to it.
This isn't a appointed by the president kind of position.
No.
They usually name them, and then I think they have to be. I don't know if they'd be confirmed or not.
No, I don't believe they have to be confirmed, but there are certain members of the public that get, like Jamie Dimon, they could say, "Hey, Jamie, would you be willing to be on the board of the Federal Reserve?" And he could say either yay or nay. I mean, because I think that's and the guy, Chairman Powell, Powell was on the board before, just like Yellen was on the board before, and Yellen is still on the board. And so you can go back and forth, I believe, from basically the board of the Federal Reserve what department is that? But anyway, so there are members.
Well, I don't think the Federal Reserve is part of a department of the government.
The,
I think technically it's an independent institution.
No, it has to be.
Oh wow, okay. Man, that's a laundry list of things they can do.
Oh, did somebody
Yeah, it is.
pop the laundry list?
oh yeah,
Yeah.
Yeah.
Christian.
No, so they buy the base interest rate. They control money supply. They can sell and buy bonds to inject capital or remove capital from the money system. Yeah. So effectively what they're doing is changing what's available and how much it costs.
Okay.
Yeah.
But they're changing what's available and how much it costs to banks.
Ah.
And then the banks make it retail it out to us. So we're buying money
It trickles down.
at a retail level,
Right.
okay.
if you think about it.
Interesting.
Because the reserve is kind of like the manufacturer.
Yeah.
And they, you know,
It's what we've got. What we got in reserve.
yeah. And I guess that's capitalism at its best.
Sure.
I don't.
I would need you to explain that. Yeah. President appoints and Congress confirms. That's what I thought.
Really? I'm surprised.
You know
be
what?
that.
There's a West Wing episode for that.
There is.
Doesn't the Fed chair guy die in the first season, and they have to appoint a new guy?
So,
Yes.
so,
Who used to date his wife?
so once you're
right. That's a good episode.
confirmed, you're on that board
Yeah.
theoretically.
Okay.
I mean, because
How long is the term of that board? Is it indefinite then?
indefinite. Because Janet Yellen was on the board before. I'm wondering if maybe Christian can answer this question.
Bank
Are
president.
all of the members that are involved in being, for lack of a better word, on the board, the heads of the different
he chimed in already.
banks?
He said bank presidents and board members cannot be part of the Fed board because of conflict of interest.
Okay, that makes sense.
Oh,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
interesting.
So aren't these guys how many different territories are there for? Like San Francisco is one head of money, and then there's another
Part of the Treasury.
Yeah, I mean, there's certain federal banks that are. I wish I had researched this before the podcast,
No, we just randomly got into it, so I mean,
but still.
I mean, there's a lot of parts.
It
that
is
go
part of the
into that.
Treasury. I thought it, for some reason, I thought it was initially independent. Or was there, wait, am I wrong in thinking that this isn't the first iteration? The Federal Reserve isn't the first iteration of this system. We tried it, I think it's the third iteration of this system. And we tried it with independent, like the banks did it, and then there was a hybrid. I don't know. I could be wrong. I feel like that was the case, though. And then there was a whole thing about how this was actually created, because it was a bunch of bank presidents that met in secret that didn't even want to advertise that they met with someone in Congress who was also like a huge bank guy at the time. And they were afraid that if anyone knew they met, that it would never happen.
Oh, it's one of those kind of things. Like it
Yeah.
needs to happen, but nobody can do it.
Like they all took trains separately to one place
behind the scenes.
in secret.
so basically back alley deals.
Yeah, more or less.
Is that
Yeah.
kind of like G3? Except it's domestic? Well, G3 is out in the open.
Yes.
So,
This is more like Illuminati stuff, secret society stuff.
Yeah.
you're not wrong.
Anyway. Jesus. What just happened?
Our tangent went in another direction
Again,
again,
Dude, that camera up there looks so precarious,
right? Like,
I mean, it's solid as long as there's no earthquake.
right?
that's true.
That lens, the more it sticks out, you're like, oh,
That's a big
It's-
lens.
it's a little nose heavy.
Forward heavy, yeah.
Big lens.
I think we need to turn it around so that it's sitting back a little bit. Doesn't matter.
Ah, okay.
What?
It's indefinite until either retirement or administration changes, or the president just wants to remove him or her.
The president just gets bored.
Yes.
Like, you're out.
You know what would be fun? Let's just stimulate the economy. New Fed chair. this guy.
Point at me.
That's
It's a bad
not
idea.
wrong. I mean,
So, in theory, then that's one of those like, hey, if I'm president, you help me get there.
Hey, Kristen, real quick, what do you think of the setup that we've got going on this week? Off topic.
Wow.
Casey in the booth, one camera on two of us. Like, dislike, didn't even notice. What do you think?
And we also have that overview camera, which will change at some point.
Overview camera.
Overview.
Anyway, what time do we have? Oh my God, we're almost at an hour.
We're actually at 50 minutes for the recording side.
Casey, did you do any research on the cigar that we're reviewing?
I did a little bit, but I wanted to be surprised by it because it looked pretty, and I was like, I actually want to go in
Okay.
with a blank slate.
So do we want to start with no information
Yeah,
And then you can,
and then I'll read it as we smoke.
except for the name?
except for the name.
Would you like to reveal the name because you can pronounce it?
It's the Lomo de Cerdo.
Loma de Cerdo.
I'm not saying who makes it.
Don't
all you
hold me
get.
to it, but this, I think,
There's
there
11
are 11
regions.
regions.
okay, there are 11 bank regions. That makes sense.
Okay.
Yeah, and so they make up the heads of the Federal Reserve.
This podcast has just become idiots talking about monetary policy.
Hasn't it always been idiots talking about things we don't know about?
No, I mean, there's some stuff that I know some stuff about. Monetary policy, not one of them.
Oh, you know what we threw around earlier was Kevin. You threw out the parents that were held responsible for the mass shooting.
I didn't throw that out. He did.
Oh,
Oh, yeah. I think it's such a terrible fucking
I
decision.
want you to know I was just trying to play devil's advocate because
Oh, is
I
that what
know
you were
it
doing?
is a pain in the ass, and I could.
Well, I don't want you to be. I don't want devil's advocate though. What I want is like collegiate discussion.
Right.
Like go back and forth. But like the whole idea of just arguing to argue. Like I don't need a red team.
Well, yeah. Okay. That's why. Like as you started going, I'm like, I got nothing else.
Yeah.
I'm on his side already. Got nothing.
I think it's a terrible decision. I think it sets awful legal precedent.
yeah, it's pretty.
Do I think they were probably liable, like under a civil case, like for torts for a money decision? Absolutely.
Yes.
I think you cross a really bad line when you start holding people accountable for someone else's crimes.
For others' actions.
Now they created some backdoor, negligent homicide, but they still didn't do it. Like what they're really doing is backdooring what's called in cahote crimes, right? So like accomplice, conspiracy, accessory after the fact, like these sorts of things. But typically the mens rea standard, so the mental purpose. So it's negligence, recklessness, knowing and purpose, right?
Right.
Typically for crimes that you helped but didn't commit, the only two standards that are acceptable are knowing and purpose, and they backdoored a negligent standard into homicide. The problem is now you've got a 10 to 15 year prison sentence for under a negligent standard, under a reasonable person standard, which in my mind is just ridiculous. When I gave Kevin the hypothetical, like what crimes is this limited to? Like if you set this standard, the crimes become limitless. Your kid has porn on his computer, takes it to school, shows some girl. By a lot of statutes, that meets the standards for sexual assault,
Yes.
Right.
right? Kevin, say he knows that his kid had porn on his computer, fails to take the computer, fails to take the porn off the computer, fails to stop his kid from taking the computer to school. Would a reasonable person have done any of those? Probably. Can some jury somewhere find that he was negligent? Yes.
See, I've already-
Negligent sexual assault, 3 to 5 years.
Yeah, I've already taken the computer because of that.
Yeah, but do you see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like this opens the door to a lot of people going to jail. And negligence, there's a reason that negligence is a system for money decisions and not crimes.
So it's like if you're an Uber driver and you gave a guy a ride.
Yeah, like you give a guy a ride, like you bought a guy a tank of gas, like, you bought a guy a tank of gas, and if you looked in his car, you would have seen a bunch of guns, but you didn't. Does a reasonable person look in the car? Are you then responsible negligently for some mass shooting? Like, where is the line is my problem. Yeah. This becomes like what people think you should or shouldn't have done under a reasonable standard is a really fucking ambiguous area.
Christian said lighting, and another thing.
Yeah, we agree with the lighting.
He says, yeah, just a little bit more over that way, which I think we can figure that out.
Yeah. We've got one light that's off because we just didn't have time to adjust it. We realized they were off. But I agree wholeheartedly about the lighting.
Oh, and he wants to talk about OJ.
I don't know what's going on with OJ
The
right
juice. He died.
now. Oh, I didn't.
Oh,
hear
yeah,
that.
he died.
Yeah, he died.
OJ passed away.
Cancer.
Yeah, he had
Yeah,
cancer.
prostate cancer. I don't know. I mean, Christian, you're going to have to help me on this. What do you want to talk about relative to OJ?
Bronco sales going through the roof now.
White ones?
White Bronco.
White ones you have a premium price on.
I think the OJ package Bronco needs to come out.
Isotoner gloves just got brought back from the
Yep.
dead.
Gloves in the glove box.
I mean, I don't know. Listen, there's a fair chance. So they say he was hiding a lot of money. I'm wondering how that money gets doled out to, because he had a massive civil decision against him.
Oh, with the Goldmans.
A tort, yeah, for homicide, for basically
Wrongful death?
some level of homicide. Yeah, probably wrongful death.
Oh.
I mean, it was like, I don't know, 50 or 100 million. It was massive.
And he just squirreled it away somewhere.
Yeah.
What he had.
Well, he hid it.
Well, the problem is that a lot of, so there's certain part, like his entire NFL retirement package is untouchable by tort. It's untouchable in bankruptcy. Oh, let's light the cigars. I don't know exactly what the limitations are because that wasn't what I studied.
Right.
But it's qualified under ERISA, which means what can be attacked is incredibly limited. But now that he's dead, once they dole out the estate,
Then it's fair game.
yeah.
Yeah.
Well, it might be. We don't know. We'll find out. But it's
Well,
definitely going through probate.
When you die, don't all your debts have to be satisfied by your
It depends.
yeah?
Yes.
Interesting.
What's it depend on?
Yeah, what's
Where the money came from.
Got it.
but his estate.
Yeah,
But does it matter?
if it's in some sort of a retirement trust that's qualified under ERISA, it becomes
So if
there
his
are
ki-
limitations.
So if his kids are the beneficiaries, they'll get it versus
Maybe not. It just depends. Dude,
Out of curiosity, does the
probate
debts fall on
law
the family?
is a mess.
What's that?
Out of curiosity, does the debt fall on the parent, the family members?
No.
Okay, I did,
Only the debt can fall on the estate and can limit what they take in the wealth transfer.
okay.
But as far like if the person was broke, unless the family member like somehow guaranteed that debt, it's like if they were broke, the debts will die unless they had guarantors that are still alive.
Oh,
Okay.
yeah, that makes sense.
Interesting.
But probate, you're right. Probate law is a mess. I
Yeah.
can't imagine. I mean, it takes a minimum of 2 years to settle an estate.
I don't
That's
know.
in probate.
I don't know if it's quite that long.
Oh, he sent out a big one. Look at that. Do you remember watching it?
Oh, I do.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, I do too.
I've seen it.
I don't think we were around for that.
It was.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah,
No,
we
we
were.
were just
Yeah, you
little.
were.
Yeah, we were little though. Yeah.
I remember the chase.
You were
I know
less.
that much.
You were less than 10 years old.
Yeah, I remember the chase. Then the slow chase in the Bronco.
Right. I think it was 96 is when it happened.
Do you think he should be taken to the Hall of Fame?
I don't
Was
think
Christian's
so.
question.
I don't think the reporters are going to.
Well, I mean, you're in the Hall of Fame for your merits in the game you played.
Well, it's also based upon the relationships that you have with the reporters too.
This is true.
Because some of these guys who deserve to be in the Hall of Fame are blackballed by the reporters because they're the ones that vote on who gets in.
Yeah.
So
Well, and
Here's
people
my
won't play the
question.
game.
If you think that someone who did bad things outside of their sport needs to be taken out of the Hall of Fame in their sport, is it possible that we just regard the Hall of Fame and sport too high? Is it possible we care too much?
but here's the thing: we do the same thing with the presidency.
But the presidency, the president isn't like the president because he can run a 3.640. The president is president because he lives up to a certain moral and character standard which we deem reasonable to run the country.
I'm not gonna lie. I
Well,
kind of want to see that now.
I don't think so.
How fast can they run that?
I don't. Yeah. You'd have to give Biden some training wheels.
Yeah, get him a speed
But I
walker.
mean,
Yeah, I get what Lane's saying though.
well, I don't know if
Like, we're not
but
talking
the moral
about-
code isn't even spoken. The moral code is unspoken, so it gets bastardized left and right.
It's like, well, no, it's not. It's just slightly unwritten.
See,
It's like
Yeah.
it's like hitting a batter in baseball.
Well-
Like we know who broke the code, the moral code. Was it fucking
Well,
Jackson,
No,
Nixon,
Yeah.
Clinton, like
The list goes on and on and on.
but those,
Trump in a lot of ways?
those weren't stuff that they did outside of presidency. That's what they did within the presidency.
But we have a chance to punish him for doing things outside the presidency
And we don't.
beforehand
And we don't.
by voting.
But
Yeah.
we don't.
But that's, does it matter? Like I think this is completely irrelevant. If I'm being honest, we're talking about punishing
the discussion?
punishing someone in sports. Like we don't tell them to go run the country. They're not representing us to other nations and telling us about the efficacy of our country's operations. They're literally running a ball into an end zone by people trying to tackle them.
Yeah, I feel
Yeah.
like sports are already overrated.
It's-
Yeah, I mean, it's the Hall of Fame. If they're good players, put them in the Hall of Fame, and that's it. Let's not worry about anything
what
else.
they've done outside of the performance of their.
I'm just saying maybe we shouldn't
expertise.
care about the Hall of Fame that much.
I don't think so
That's-
either.
I mean, knowing Ed and that he deserves to be in there and he can't be in there makes me dislike the Hall of Fame anyway.
Yeah.
Because I think Ed's a great guy, and I think he shouldn't have to play games. They should
And he
just
was
be
a
like, there.
spectacular player.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he
like
was.
you
He
shouldn't
was.
have to play the political games to be in the Hall of Fame because that's just ridiculous.
Is he outside of the window that they have?
Yes. Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
He's way outside of it now.
yeah.
There is a window, right? That in which
Yes.
you can get into the Hall
Yep.
of Fame.
There's a window in football, and I think in basketball. In baseball, it's a number of votes.
Oh, it's just strictly voting, so it
It's
could be
not
anybody.
a time frame.
Okay.
But if you go through a number of votes and fail to get in, then your chances expire. But it's not a time limit. It's a vote. It's a number of votes limit.
I got you.
So you can only be up for a vote like 7 times or something.
But
I don't know if
but
that's the
basketball
number.
and football, it's not.
Football's
it
a
is
time limit. Yeah.
All right, I'm going to ask a somewhat dumb question. Is it just O.J. Simpson, or does his O and the J?
Orenthal James Simpson.
Oh, fuck that noise.
That's what everyone said. That's why they just went OJ
O.J.
or the juice.
The juice.
But if we're talking about Hall of Fames, you know, I mean, the WWE has a Hall of Fame.
Yeah.
I mean, come on. It's not that important.
No. And really, it's.
I mean, I would be more friendly to removing someone from a college Hall of Fame who was in there for sport, right? Because you were representing a college, like a
Right.
specific set of standards. Now, like we're talking about Alabama, they have no standards, right? It's just, are you 350 pounds? Can you run a 5.2 or better? And can you block this guy who's 320 pounds?
You're in.
Great.
You're in.
You're in. But like even then, right? You go and you do something stupid. It doesn't represent the college. Take him out of the College Hall of Fame. But you're talking about professional sports. Like we overlook steroids. We
Oh, yeah.
overlook all manner of shit. We overlook cheating.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not disagreeing.
Like,
When you put it that way, you're right. There's too much emphasis on the Hall of Fame.
My draw's tight on this.
Yeah, I see that.
All right, your guys's.
mine's good.
Mine's okay. I should have pulled them out. I didn't pull them out. I'm sorry.
Oh, they're wet.
Yeah, they're probably a little wet.
It feels dry.
Mine's,
Well,
mine's starting
You
to crack a little
stop squeezing your cigar and
I'm
telling
not
me that
squeezing.
it feels dry.
I'm just.
You're rolling it between your fingers.
But I'm not squeezing.
But that doesn't tell you anything.
Going by that logic, yeah, do you think that Barry Bonds should be in the Hall of Fame?
Yes.
Yeah.
bit. Yeah.
But will he be?
You know why?
Probably not.
I'll give you a couple reasons. One, take the steroids out. He was a Hall of Famer before he ever played for the Giants.
Yep.
Period. Two, he's the best hitter I've ever seen, and it's not close.
And wasn't everybody using steroids back then?
Yes, literally everyone. I mean, not everyone, but a
So to-
lot,
so to
including
keep-
the pitchers.
So to
Yeah.
keep him out of the Hall of Fame just because of that, and everybody was doing it at
No,
the
it
time.
isn't just because of that. He had he was not friendly with the reporters. And in baseball, it's a vote issue. It's not a time issue.
Why would you
Yeah,
want to be friendly
and the
to
writers in
reporters?
baseball that have a Hall of Fame vote are all like 170.
Fair.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
They are old, I have to admit. They are aged.
They're a bit curmudgeon-y, if we're being honest.
A bit.
But here's the thing: is, I mean, he didn't foster those relationships.
No, because he didn't like the
Yeah,
press.
but you know what? You shouldn't.
But
have
he's
to.
the greatest hitter I've ever seen.
Yeah.
Yeah, regardless of having.
And
to
I am not a
entertain.
Giants fan. I mean, I'm like,
No,
I don't
Angels
hate the
over there.
Giants, but I'm not a Giants fan.
No, I get
I have
that.
a different team who beat the Giants in the
Angels.
World Series with Barry Bonds on the team.
I'm
Boom.
go-
Shots fired, son. Shots fired.
yeah, and I have no defense,
And they have a
none
movie.
whatsoever, other than the manager gave you guys the game.
No, we're gonna
and,
win that
and,
anyway.
And you know what? Lane's team has a feature film. What does your team have?
Oh, a lot of documentaries.
Those don't count.
Oh,
We're talking about featured films.
Although actually, technically, they do have a featured film. It's just a little
Oh,
more
we got
dark.
a Sarge. He agrees with me.
Oh, look at that. How you doing,
Bond
James?
should 100% be in the Hall of Fame.
Yeah, James is drinking a new
No, like
Amberana.
Mark McGuire, closer call. I'm not sure he has Hall of Fame numbers. I don't care they did steroids. Jose Canseco definitely shouldn't be in the Hall of Fame. He took steroids and his bat got slow.
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You got a
Not
point.
even sure that's possible, but it happened. I watched it.
Well, it's because he just got big and then couldn't move his bat arms anymore.
pretty much, pretty much.
Hey, oh, it's too late.
Can't swing my bat.
Apparently, he also started sounding like Sylvester Stallone. Who knew?
Don't they all?
In the end,
In
I mean-
the end.
could be.
Yeah, James picked up Amberana.
What did he pick up?
Which one?
I'd have to look at the picture he sent me.
Or you ask him. He'd probably just chime in, right, James?
He can tell us. He'll.
chime in. Tell us.
James, what are you drinking?
There you go.
He'll get
So,
around to it.
I was thinking about that parent thing still, and my biggest thing with that is you don't know what's going on mentally with anybody. It's hard for me to know, and I work with kids like that.
My problem is, all right, say the legal precedent applies to privileged relationships,
Yes.
right?
Yep.
That's way more than parents. The door that this opens for the people that can go to jail for stuff they didn't do is gigantic. It's a terrible decision.
Yeah.
Were the parents negligent? Probably. Should they owe a lot of money to a bunch of people? Also probably. Should they be in jail? I doubt it.
It's Nulu.
Nulu?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Do they make good stuff? Because I was looking at the one at
They don't
Rayleigh's.
make anything. It's sourced.
Sourced. Okay.
What
It's,
is
it's sourced from the same people that Rio's sourced from.
Yeah, I saw some bottle picks at Rayleigh's and one over there at Minden.
I'm lost.
They're a
over
little
here.
young for me.
Okay.
Dude, this Booker's is really good with a cigar.
I'll have to try it with a cigar.
Nah, well, it's right in front of you at some point. You can't.
I'm gonna finish mine first.
Well, not to
What are
mention,
you
I think
drinking?
we're reviewing
Amberana
it.
Trash?
Yes.
Yeah, I knew that, didn't I?
He already drank. Him and a couple other people drank all the Rio.
Sorry,
Rios.
James. I don't really think it's trash. I just don't like it.
The Amberana is clearly for me, Kevin, and the Brotherhood. Okay.
Brotherhood for life.
As I took an Amberana with me when I went to Al's house, and that shit is empty now.
Was that the Rio you took?
No, I took the Donk Swinson's.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I just got to laugh. You guys are going from the word Nulu.
Nulu.
So I'm like going, what the fuck are we talking about? Until finally somebody piped in with a whiskey, and I'm like, oh, that's why I don't.
That's
know.
what I'm talking about.
Nulu.
Yeah, you're out of the loop on that now.
Yeah.
For a while.
Wow.
Any comments on the flavor on this thing before we?
Switch over.
It has a lot of woody notes.
Yeah, but they're subtle though.
Yeah.
For me, it's not like a really bright offensive wood.
No, they're really subtle, but they're all there. I didn't get much spice off of it.
Yeah, I get no pepper. I get wood notes, a little bit of leather.
I think that's what I was thinking was the almost like a butteriness. I think it's the tone of leather on the feeling.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
I do get some pepper, but
Do
it's
you?
it's on the tip of the tongue and it's really light.
But it's
Okay.
not the pokey, it's just a light flavor.
It's a light pepper.
A light pepper.
Got
okay.
it.
Considering
How far down are you?
I don't know.
Like an inch, maybe, or half an
Yeah,
inch.
about an inch.
Okay. I'm just about to get there. Maybe my
This
pip
is
will
the
show up.
Lomo de Cerdo for anyone that's just catching up.
Loma de Cero.
I believe that's the name.
That sounds right.
I think it means pork tenderloin.
Tuxtla. How do you say that?
I don't know.
Tuxtla.
I didn't get that far into the research.
Tuxlaw.
Tuxtla.
I like Tuxlaw.
It came. They were literally unboxing it from RA when I was down there last time, and I was like, "Well, I'll take 6
It's the law of Tux.
because we're going to
Got
review
it.
the shit out of it."
Stace and Ron are also watching.
Oh shit! What's going on, guys? Were they at the party? James was not at the party.
James was not at the party. Stace was at the party. Ron didn't show up.
Okay.
Wait, so James didn't make it there, but you somehow made it there from here.
Well, James had to go to Vegas.
James, serious,
Yeah.
serious question. Have you actually taken the plastic off of your golf clubs?
Wanda's watching as well.
See that he directed that with telling us that Wanda's watching.
No, because he didn't get that yet. There's a delay.
Yeah. Oh, that's true.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
This will be fun.
I have new clubs that I'm going to pick up, new used clubs, which I'm going to pick up tomorrow.
Yeah. It took what, a week, 2 weeks to get in?
I'll tell you now. The only way the plastic is coming off those clubs, Lane, is when you show up at his house and remove them for him and take him out to
That might happen. I'm looking forward to, in a disproportionate amount, the senior leadership end of season team building at Top Golf.
That's all you want.
He says he pleads the fifth.
Yeah, I figured.
Yeah, you're gonna have to go down there and help him get the plastic off.
We're just gonna have to get him in some scrambles.
Yeah, scrambles will be fun.
Yeah.
I still got to learn how to play a little better.
There you go. A good scramble would be you, LaRon, James, and myself.
Yeah, dude, listen, LeBron's probably got access to a scramble every 10 days. So let's just hit him up, see which one we're going to get into, and we'll go down there and we'll play.
Yeah.
James, you down? Oh, we got Stacy.
Stacy.
Stace.
Stace. Okay.
What are you guys drinking, if anything? Or smoking, if anything?
Oh,
I'd hope they're smoking. It's
I
kind of
mean-
what we do.
I'm
It
drinking.
is kind of what we do.
I'm drinking a Frey Ranch. It's nice.
Not you.
So what? I didn't.
Stacy and James and
I didn't say what I was drinking. I said what I was smoking, not drinking.
Gotcha.
What are you drinking, Casey?
what's going on, man?
I have the rare character Ambarana.
Ooh,
Yeah,
it's a good one.
it's tasty.
And Lane's
You want
drinking
some help? You know what you're looking at.
some Booker's.
Booker's.
Booker's
is
tea.
good.
When is he gonna come out with something?
What's that?
Booker tea. He gonna come out with some Booker tea.
I don't think Booker T is gonna make tea, but he could, I suppose.
Listen, they have the Arnold Palmer. We can get some Booker tea.
No, because if anyone's making tea, it's Mr. T.
Mr. T should too.
Mr. T's tea. That would be the tea to buy.
What about iced tea?
Iced tea? No, he's too busy pretending to be a detective.
Oh, but he's a hell of a detective.
I don't know how that works because, he's a detective, but if you go back into his repertoire of music, he has a song called Cop Killer. So,
Yeah, it seems to be working just fine because nobody remembers
A
it.
little strange there, just saying.
I will say I did go.
Oh, nice. Stacey's smoking that Rocky.
Oh, nice. I did go to a friend's house today, which is why I didn't text you back right away. And
Yeah.
But we had a shrimp boil. Like
Oh,
Louisiana style shrimp
boil.
They're getting ready to move back to Louisiana, so this is one of the last tries.
Was it good?
Yeah, I'm trying to get crawfish. If we can get a crawfish cookout.
You can buy crawfish in Incline.
Oh.
There's a guy, he runs a boat out there and he sells Tahoe crawfish
Oh, hell yeah.
for whatever you want. You can get a big old bag of crawfish if you really need them.
I'll have to find out because, I'm willing to take it over there. He's from Louisiana, so he knows a crawfish cookout
Okay.
for sure.
All right. Had all the fixings too, or?
Not really. We mainly did the shrimp cookout, the shrimp boil with we threw some bell peppers, some onion, all the regular stuff.
Okay.
It was good though. Oh,
Sounds good. I'd be down for sure.
I ate too much and got an upset stomach.
James promised me a fish fry at one point, but I still haven't gotten there yet.
Oh, keep dreaming. It's never gonna happen. Ain't that right, James?
Crawfish boil at Ron's house. Oh, look at that. We go to Ron's house. right now.
We go in Louisiana. When I'm out there, we will meet up at some point.
Tell them to start cooking. We're getting in the car. Just
You're damn right. We gonna drive out there.
we'll drive right there.
We gonna have us a yee time. Well, have you ever had crawfish?
I have had crawfish, but not Louisiana style.
Not like a cookout like Louisiana.
Nah.
Oh, James
You're
is
missing
on the
out.
Placencias again.
Of course he is.
Still he bought those box, I think.
149.
Yeah, it's the green and black band.
Haven't
Yeah.
tried that one yet.
The Placencia?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We
That's
haven't
a good
gotten that one,
cigar.
right?
He got hooked on those Placencias again. He's on the resurgence.
No doubt. I almost picked some up last time I was down in Reno.
Well, now don't say that, because then I'm just gonna show up to Ron's house whenever.
That is true. We just show up.
He don't have to be home. I'll just sit in his backyard.
You just get the pot warmed up, start getting it boiled, get going.
Oh no, I'm not gonna do any work. I'm just gonna sit in his backyard and smoke cigars.
Sit and watch.
Yeah, I'll just invite all the other guys over. We'll just wait for Ron to get home.
You'll bring some of the supplies.
I'll bring the cigars.
You guys have anything going on, or soon to be going on?
Not really.
No, I'm pretty simple.
Yeah,
Nah, you're simple Will over there.
I'm just just waiting for some movies to come out. Really, that's it. That's the only thing exciting going on.
Yeah, I want to see that Fallout TV show for sure.
You should watch it. It's good.
Yeah.
I bet it will be.
I liked it.
Listen, the games were awesome
Did you
growing
finish
up.
it?
Yeah.
Okay.
I finished it.
Oh, you binged it.
It's only 8 episodes. So,
Right. But it was,
Okay.
I mean, there were good episodes
Yeah.
and stuff. So, I mean, I vaguely knew that it was a video game.
Yeah.
I didn't, it was good even though I didn't know.
Yeah, well, yeah, it's also good because it's got Walter Goggins in it.
Yes. Walton Goggins.
Yeah. Which, if they do a season 2 of Justified Resurgence or whatever, I hope he's in it, because
It was a
he
good.
made like the best part of that Justified series was that last 15 minutes that Lane showed me. He's like, you have to watch the last 15 minutes. I was like, oh, this is where I was waiting for this whole show to get here.
James is smoking a Placencia.
Yes.
He wants to see the Monkey Man.
All right, James, here's what we're
Monkey
going to do. You need to hit up LeBron and tell him to find us a scramble. And Casey, I've got until June 15th. I've got all the time in the world until June 15th. We'll come down. We'll smoke cigars on the golf course. We'll, play terrible golf. It'll be great.
You don't play terrible golf. What do you
well,
want about?
me and James will play terrible golf. You and the Ron will be playing for money. There's a difference.
Well, no, because we're all playing the same ball effectively.
That's true, but still.
As a scramble.
Yeah. So scramble is like everyone tees off, and then you take the best drive, and everyone hits from that spot, and then so on and so on and so on. But that's what we need to do. Find us one. I'm sure they're all charity events. I'm sure there's one going on sometime in the next 20 days.
Especially with the weather getting so nice.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because it was nice on Wednesday. It was like 85 degrees until the sun went down. It was perfect.
Today it's not.
No, today's a little cold.
A little bit of snow flurries.
Oh, dude, it was snowing. I expected the sun to be out.
Yeah, I drove up and it was flurrying.
I was snowed on us for like the last 2 hours. I closed the restaurant early because it was dead. Like
That's fair.
all the people that were staying, like it was just locals in the end. They were doing the cheap beers, the DJ bar across the way.
Oh.
Just like, I just walked into the kitchen. So there's two things you say to the kitchen at the end of the night, right? Doors closed, all in, meaning all the orders are in. And I looked around, no one had anything. I walk in, I go, chef. He goes, what? It's like an hour and 10 minutes early. I go, doors closed, all in. And he looks at me and he goes, really? I go, yeah, we're done. Season's over.
We're done.
Yeah.
Shut this bitch down.
We are calling it.
So your time, you don't have to show up or be over there at all.
I do, but it's extremely pliable outside of a couple things. Like I've got a wedding preview that is using my restaurant
Okay.
that I'll probably show up for. We've got like an end of year, SWOT analysis. Like how I feel about SWOT analysis aside.
What is a SWOT analysis?
Strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, threats.
Okay.
So, special weapons and
Yes.
tactics.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're at
I just feel like they're a
1:15.
little bit pigeonholed and simplistic.
Still
Right,
losing
right.
lane for the
Oh,
Both comment.
yes. Stace appreciates Lane's descriptive words when explaining alcohols and flavor profiles.
Right?
Yeah.
Yes.
That man's got a
Well,
hell of a palate.
botrytis is also called noble rot. So like Sauterne, which is the most famous dessert wine in the world, Chateau Yquem. If you remember Ocean's 13, some Chateau Yquem, as long as it's not the 1973,
Yes.
because it was a particularly bad year. So noble rot sucks the liquid out of grapes, so it's all concentrated sugar, and then you take it and you press it just like you would, and then you turn it into wine, but you get a lot of residual sugar,
Oh.
so it's super sweet. It has a particular flavor. So Botrytis vinifera, I think, is the actual full name.
James wants to know what we're sampling tonight.
I was drinking the new Booker's 24-1, which is really good. It's better than I thought it was going to be.
Yep.
Casey is.
And I was smoking a Nakatamale.
I've got the rare character Ambarana.
and
Deliciousness.
What were you smoking earlier?
I had the Perdomo.
And now we're smoking the
I put mine down because I want to have it for the review.
right
The Lomo de Cerdo.
Loma de Cerdo. And
Do you guys-
I,
It's going to ruin Will's review, but I'll tell you guys what it is.
No, don't say it.
Okay.
Don't say it. We'll say it on the review.
and I am having a Frey
I
Ranch.
really enjoy the fact
and,
that it's Will's review.
There's
Shady
a
Moose.
reason for that.
I know.
Okay.
That's fine.
It's not like a general comment. It is specific and contextual.
Yeah.
For you.
We'll get into that off
We will.
camera.
Yeah, on the actual review, it'll be funny.
Yeah, it will be.
No, I appreciate it. I like
James Sargent retracted a message.
Yeah, that was the what do you guys sipping on, I think.
Oh, hey, it's Wanda.
Hey, Wanda.
She's got a groovy blue.
Look at that, groovy
Of
blue.
course she
Of course
does.
she does.
Don't ruin Big Will's review. I think it's too late. I might have already done that.
Yeah,
No,
Apologies.
not yet.
no. The Daily Torch. It's the Daily Torch review. I am not.
I am
not flaming on.
I think we should rebrand. Big Will's review.
Big Will's review.
Big Will's smoke review.
Yeah.
No,
We should-
no.
I was still thinking that at some point we all just do a review on a cigar, and then we could put those as shorts as well at some point.
Oh yeah, we totally could.
Yeah, and that give us more content, and
TikTok shorts, just like this.
That's
I
right.
I smoked this. It was good.
you should try it.
Except I smoked this. It's trash.
Yeah, I smoked
That's
this.
right.
It was garbage.
No draw, snapped in half.
You know
Done.
that big green can out behind the restaurant?
Threw it away.
Yeah, that's what it is.
I wouldn't even have to say anything. I could just do. I smoked this.
Breaks it.
Snapped in half. Easy there, Thanos. Just snapping it out of existence.
You know,
Some cigars deserve that.
I like that nickname for Lane.
God damn it.
Thanos.
No,
How did that just?
no.
It's okay.
Oh, see what you did? You just got off the Christmas list right there.
What Christmas list?
See, Will, you're not familiar with this, but he's within striking distance.
That is true. And he failed to get candy this time, so Casey's safe.
I can say stuff like that. He has nothing to throw except for that lighter, which he would just huck.
It'd have to be left-handed.
Yeah.
You know what?
And he probably wouldn't get it back.
Yeah.
He could throw a cutter.
He could
I'm
throw
not
a
going to throw a cutter. That seems violent. It's not playful anymore.
Not
So
playful
lighter's
anymore.
not violent either.
It's not playful. Candy is playful.
This is my point.
That's right. You get a treat from it.
Yeah, exactly. It's like rewarding your bad habits. It's just like you're an ass. Boom, candy.
It's like that episode. Is it Family Guy?
Ooh, piece of candy.
Ooh, piece of candy.
Yeah.
Ooh, piece of candy.
You know, we really need to remember this for next time. This is the second time it's worked.
Every time they have to capture James Woods.
Why you would need to capture James Woods, I don't know.
No, he was the mayor in the show, so
Oh, was he?
yeah.
The first episode, the second episode, he was he was stealing Peter's life.
Oh yeah.
He stole Peter's identity, and
He there was a couple episodes where he was
James
mayor.
Woods is in like 5 of them, I think, and he does the voice. You know, it's James Woods. You hear his voice. You go,
Thanos. How about Ultron? I'm inevitable. There we go.
For the record, hanging out with the group is that all night. It's
Oh,
so
I have
much
no doubt.
fun. It's so much fun.
Oh my! I would like to make it, but I was, stuck.
I would like to
On
at
a
some
mountain.
point,
We'll
too.
we'll just have Wanda set it up at the Crystal Palace again.
Oh yeah.
You know.
This is the way.
Did you get out? Did you get out on the mountain?
No.
Oh.
Tomorrow, I have to
Oh,
go do a
that's
couple
right.
laps.
Yeah, that's,
With your
What-
old knee.
What's the last
Yeah.
mountain that's closing this season?
Kirkwood. Well,
Kirkwood.
for the Epic Pass Mountains. It's
Okay.
Kirkwood on the West Coast
on the
I-
west
I
coast.
think
yeah.
Mammoth is going to be open for a while, right?
through June.
Really?
Oh, is that right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, they got.
Shit.
And
They
they're
got ass
probably
loads
getting
now.
more tonight too.
They got
I mean, we
nuked.
got a dusting tonight, but
They got so much more snow. No, this came in from the north. They didn't get anything out of this.
Oh,
oh, okay.
but still, they're gonna be open for.
We got more.
Days.
So in other words, we're gonna get more than they are. Lane?
Cigar hiccups.
Do I still have plastic on my tires? What tires?
That's a good question.
Mountain bike tires?
Maybe.
I took it out.
Oh,
That's right.
his mountain bike's seen more outside than your golf clubs.
All right, guys, we're at buck 22. You want to
All
call
right.
it?
Yeah, let's call it. Let's go start our reviews.
Say
All
goodnight,
right.
Gracie.
Hey, new schedule. Whiskey on Mondays.
And
Cigars on Thursdays.
Thursday, so
That's
that
right.
you'll see them populating out and about.
Come down. I will come down. You guys caught me that birthday party. I was still on the mountain. It was my second to last week. But we shut down today, and we don't reopen until the middle of June. So I have like 6 weeks, 8 weeks to do whatever I want, pretty much.
Right, and there's pretty much a men's night once a week.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
now I got all the
Sometimes
time in the
more.
world,
So
What night is
Up
that?
until then.
and I'm getting paid for it.
just depends on who's hosting and where it's at.
Tuesdays and Thursdays are awesome.
All right, someone take us out of this nonsense.
Oh, wait, that's my job again.
Yes,
huh?
it is.
That's right. That's right.
Oh shit, Kevin's got work to do.
Always. I'm always working. All right, guys, if you made it this far, like, comment, and subscribe. And as you can tell, we got a new view, wide angle. For
Let us
the
know what
shop.
you think. We'll like me and Will better next time.
We'll try, but we're still figuring that out. But if you liked it, made it this far, you guys have a good one. Catch us on our reviews, and we'll see you on the next podcast. Where's